I don't know what page that's on there. It's what?
Page 124.
124.
I don't know what page that is either.
137.
How long have you been doing kirtan?
1 hour.
Yeah. 1 hour.
Yeah. 45.
You sing? You sing or no?
46.
Okay, give the chance to have. Come.
Put that on Maharaj. Jai Krishna.
आप तो बोल रहे जो आप पिताजी के घर में रहोगे
एक दिन मतलब संडे को गए, मंडे सुबह गया, एक रात उधर था, आज सुबह सुबह फ्लाइट था, आज सुबह घर आया, स्नान किया, खाया, फिर इधर आया और फिर आधा आज सुबह वापस आए, कल रात को एक रात के बाद क्योंकि एक रात पहले तो वो एक्लिप्स था, फिर एक दिन बाद में लिया फ्लाइट।
Page 364.
हाल तो निकले था
हाँ सुबह तो आज सुबह वापस आए।
Anupama madhuri jodi hamare sham sham
उससे थोड़ा सामान ले जाओ।
हाँ खाली है, मैंने खिलाया फिर खा लिया।
उनकी बुढ़ में चले जाओ, उनके साथ गाड़ी में चले जाओ।
ये भी चाहिए, इसको ले जाना।
नहीं इसको ले जाना, इसके सामान को ले जाना।
सामान हाँ रख देंगे, कोई बात नहीं।
Page 362.
हाँ ठीक है।
राधा रानी की जय, महारानी की जय। 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 बोलो बोलो सानी की जय, जय जय। बोलो बोलो सानी की जय, जय जय।
What's this schedule timing? Karna maybe. No problem.
Pulau compassion.
Whatever you want the schedule to be.
Midnight.
Midnight.
One singer first.
One more singer. Okay.
One more. Singer.
अभी आपके न्यू कीर्तन शुरू कर सामने बड़ी बोल
Page 376.
What's the name of the kid?
कमेंट पढ़ दो।
Page 120. Shri Radha Krishna Padakamale Lohive Charamashara Shri Radha Krishna
शांति किया
I was born in the darkness of ignorance, and my spiritual masters are opening my eyes with the torchlight of knowledge. For my respectful obeisances unto them. It's not turned on.
Oh yes, it is.
And I also offer my respectful obeisances to Bhaktivedanta Maharaj, who is following in Srila Gurudev's footsteps, having been very nicely trained by him and absorbing the same mood, having grown up as a young child with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's in his life. And so I offer my obeisances to him, and I offer my obeisances to all the Vaishnava devotees who are here now, and any guests who may be here. So this song was very beautiful that we just sung. It actually reminds me, today actually is the day that Srila Gurudev started his Western tour. It was the first day today that he started his first Western tour. So this song actually reminds me of Srila Prabhupada and Srila Gurudev, because Srila Prabhupada, he just really pulled anyone in from the whole world, whatever level they were. And he just was giving so much mercy to everyone. It didn't matter who they were, what qualification they had or anything. He just pulled and tolerated. And he just gave so much, and he brought even myself with literally, like it says in this song, I have really not much qualification. I'm trying, but I don't have a beautiful singing voice, and so many things I can't do, but still somehow or other Srila Prabhupada pulled me in, and he gave me a chance that I've served many years in this society. And then at a certain point I found that I was actually not finding what I originally found there. And so I had my little Prabhupada Murti at home, and I was actually crying every day, and I was praying to Srila Prabhupada, where is what you gave me? Where is what you gave me? I can't find it anymore. And at that time I was actually living near Bhaktivedanta Manor, and Srila Gurudev arrived like about a week later, right around the corner, about 3 streets away from where I was. Srila Gurudev arrived. So, yeah, and then he gave these amazing stories, and everything actually that I was missing, that I couldn't find, was in those original 3 books. There were 3 books that he gave out that actually stole the hearts of the world. It was the Going Beyond Vaikuntha, Bhakti Rasayan, and Nectar of Govinda Lila. They were totally amazing, and they were just so powerful. So I'm really, truly grateful actually that I was able to contact both of them. I feel like the 2 of them together is just perfection. It just includes everything. So, yeah, so that's very amazing. And Srila Narayan Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada actually asked quite a few people to help, but Srila Narayan Maharaj was the one who actually took up that offer, and he actually came. He didn't really want to do Vrindavan initially, but he came, and it's interesting because he tried to come in politely to the front door, and that wasn't possible. So somehow he came into the back door, and all those teachings actually are gradually being put into there. There was something here I just wanted to read that somebody sent me the other day, which was very interesting, if I can just find it. It was actually what Srila Prabhupada said that he wanted. It says it's from Bhagavat, so I think it must be Bhagavat Maharaj, because it's from a long time ago. And sorry, just have to change my glasses, I can't see. He said this was Prabhupada's idea. One morning, Bhagavat said, he was talking with us about the future of the ISKCON movement. He said he wanted to buy all the land in Mayapur and establish a self-sufficient community. Once that was established, he would declare independence from India, secede from the country, and make his own country the country of Mayapur. Then his temples around the world would become embassies for the country of Mayapur, and the temple presidents would be the ambassadors. We would print our own money called Chaitanyas. There would be 1 Chaitanya, 5 Chaitanyas, and 10 Chaitanyas. For our export, we would make devotional items and sell them all over the world. Prabhupada had a vision of his own country, his own embassies, his own ambassadors, his own monetary system, his own economic system, and his export production. Sometimes we don't realise how big his thinking was and how grand he wanted this to be. So he said, when I remember this, I think we have a lot of work to do. So that was actually Prabhupada's vision. So it's really good day. He's coming and he's helping actually to further that. So, and also today is I think it's the appearance of the Sharanga Goswami. And he was called, what was his name before? Atula Chandra Bandyopadhyaya was his name before he joined. And he actually worked for the railway, and he was given a house from the job. And so he was living in that house, and in 1921, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he went and he stayed there for 3 days. And that association was so powerful that he decided he was going to surrender his whole life, actually, to Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And so what he did, he heard a verse from the I think it was Mukunda Upanishad. Anyway, it was one of them, Mandaka maybe. Anyway, some Upanishad, he heard this verse, and it was actually saying when you surrender to Guru, that you give everything up. You know, you don't leave anything, you give everything. So what he did was, he wanted to make sure he didn't have to go back home again and finish off any business. So he hired a truck, and he put his table, and his chair, and his bureau, and everything, and he took it all to the mat with him, so he wouldn't have to go and get entangled by leaving anything behind. So that was Bhakti Sharanga Thakur. Yeah, and one other thing very quickly, he was selling books with another brahmachari, and there was one time, they used to collect money and sell the books, and one time somebody was saying, oh, these books are non-different to Krishna, the Srimad Bhagavatam, but why you have other pictures of human beings in here, you know, and this pollutes it and waters it down. And so he was explaining, actually, that this book actually is non-different, but you actually can't understand book Bhagavat or person Bhagavat, because these people are not ordinary living entities. These people are actually completely purified souls, and they're non-different to Sri Hari, Shakshadharita, that's Master Shastra from the Samsara prayers. He said they're non-different to Hari, and at the same time they're dear to Hari. So he was saying that this man was not understanding, he wasn't understanding at all how highly elevated these personalities were. They weren't just human beings being put in the book, but they were extremely elevated souls who were non-different to the Lord on that level and very dear to the Lord. So he was a very special personality. So I had it.
Then we have this appearance and disappearance of Vaishnavas are like the life for the devotees, because when we remember the Vaishnavas, this is a good fortune for us. And not remember the Vaishnavas is a misfortune in our spiritual life, because we depend on the Vaishnavas' mercy to advance in our spiritual life. Today will be the last day. Srila Maharaj will be here with us, and then expecting we are fortunate, sufficiently fortunate to receive something that nourish us until the time we have again his wonderful Sangha, and because these moments are precious, and these moments are like nourishing moments, and we keep things, and we keep like the piles. You go to the doctor and he gave some medicines for you to cure your disease, and then the Vaishnavas are going here and there. They are representatives of Nityananda Prabhu. They are not merciful to us. Srila Thakur said that Natantam gajantam haridanvantam patipati, toyantam pasyantam sanapi, dayam tam janalami, prakupatam santam sakaruna drigantam prakalami, bhajanitenandam bhajanatari, kandam nidami. And he said, Nityananda Prabhu is so merciful. He go here and there. And he, with his arms, is calling everyone, come, come. Just chant the holiness. Just chant Gauranga Mahaprabhu. And I will take responsibility for you. Don't worry about your own responsibility. Don't worry about your future or nothing. Simply chant the names of the Lord. And I will take this responsibility. And Nityananda Prabhu, he said it's like the Ganges came, when the Ganga came down, Ganga was going, and then this Rishi, I forgot the name, Janu Rishi, he was performing his meditation, and Ganga came with the current, and all his paraphernalia for his worshipping was washed the Ganga, bring away. And then he was so angry that he drank the Ganga. He drank all, took all Ganga. And then he said Nityananda Prabhu is like Janu Rishi. He released Ganga Devi. And because he can take all the sins of the living entities, he can cure the disease of the living entities. And he is more merciful to us than ourselves. Yeah? This is Nityananda Prabhu. We are going in this incessantly in this cycle of birth and death, coming and going, not realizing that we are only getting suffering, and at every step we do, looking for happiness, we only get miseries and anxieties. And we become so accustomed that we have been trying life after life. And Nityananda Prabhu, being more merciful and looking my real condition, then he come to me and he wants to rescue me. And then Nityananda Prabhu expands himself by his mercy in the form of Guru and Vaishnavas. And they're going here and there for our benefit. And then we pray the lotus feet of Nityananda Prabhu that we can. He even don't looking if we are faithful or not. He's not looking at that. He's looking nothing, no condition, no any exigence there. If you have faith, if you have not faith, if you have one nice container to receive my teachings, or if you don't have, doesn't matter. I will give you the container. I will give you everything. I have seen, like, it's in front of Srila Maharaj. I have seen how you know also in Brazil, many years ago, how Maharaj was doing exactly these things, forcing people to come to Krishna consciousness, pushing people to come, forcing to do programs here and there. This is the manifestation of Nityananda Prabhu, yeah, giving mercy to everyone. Then, when the good fortune arises in the life of one person, this person comes in contact with realized personality who can show the way. And then at the proper moment, we can follow this. It means we take the dust of the lotus feet of the Vaishnava, smear in our hearts, in our bodies, and then we'll be ready to go out of this miserable condition that we think is okay. Then, praying for this moment to come, and praying for the continuous being Sadhu-sanga. Yesterday, Maharaj was telling about what is more powerful, being physically present or by mind, association by mind. We thought by mind is powerful, more powerful. Because we can be physically present with the Vaishnava, but our mind can be very far away. But if we are far away, and our minds are connected with the teachings, and we are following the Vaishnava, then we really have some association. This qualification it's not coming by ourselves in reality. This qualification comes by their mercy. By the mercy, we are dependent. In reality, we are dependent of the mercy. We are not strange. What is strange? What is strange is there. If I am unable to recognize my real condition, I am okay in this material world with the tiny drops of happiness coming. I am okay. I don't see the danger outside, inside. I don't see that. Then, by their mercy, everything can happen. Please
speak. Please speak.
Namo Vishnu Padaya Radhikaye Priyatmane Shri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayana Timane. So before speaking, after pranam to Guru Prabhupada, Niti Lila Pravishto Vishnu Pad, Stotra Sadashi Shimaya Shri Bhakti Vedanta Maharaj, Lord's feet of all, Gaudiya Rupa Nigi Guru Varga, to all Vaishnavas, Vaishnavis, especially to Shri Bhakti Vedanta, Vana Maharaj, from Ratha-yatra. So I won't speak for very long because everybody's eager to hear Maharaj. It's the last program in UK, right? Last one tonight. So very auspicious day because, as Shashwini Didi was saying, this was the first. At this time, my Gurudev, Srila Bhaktivedanta Maharaj, he left India and he came. And the first place he went was Holland, right? In Holland. Holy Land. Gurudev used to call it Holy Land. So one time I remember Srila Gurudev saying in Mathura, just before he was leaving, Gurudev was leaving to go on tour, and all Mathura Basis were like in separation, feeling very much aggrieved that Gurudev is going away, because Gurudev used to be in Mathura all the time, right? Many years Gurudev stayed. But then he started to travel, and Mathura Basis became, you're only here for a short amount of time. So Srila Gurudev says, why am I doing this? Why am I going here and there? He said, because even if I can get somebody to chant Harinam, even one time, then for the rest of their life they don't make any offense to Guru or Vaishnava or remain free from offenses, then so much advancement they'll make in this life, just by that one time chanting Harinam. So Gurudev was very merciful. I remember another time he said, somebody asked, well, why do you give, some Gurukulis came from ISKCON temple, and they said, why are you giving Harinam so easily, like this? And Gurudev said, you don't understand my mood. My mood is like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Jharkhand forest. So I'm going on, like Mahaprabhu went in the forest and he gave Harinam, and all the different tigers and elephants and beasts and birds, everyone chanted Harinam, everyone danced and clapped, and such a beautiful scene. So Srila Gurudev was very merciful like this. And it brings to mind that, how can we ever repay what Guru and Vaishnavas are actually giving to us? Actually, we can never repay. So I remember somebody asked Gurudev in Moelambal, how can we repay you for what you have given? Because Guru gives, like this verse, Nama Shastra Manopi Sachiputra Matra Swarupam, this verse, Guru gives Harinam. He gives Diksha mantras, and within Diksha mantras are relationships with Guru, Mahaprabhu, Radha Krishna, the transcendental world. He gives the service of the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He gives Mahaprabhu's relationship with Mahaprabhu's associates such as Swarup Damodar, Rai Ramananda, Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami. He gives the service of the lotus feet of Sri Radha Krishna, and also their Dham, Radha Kund, Girivara Maho, Radhika Madhavasyam. So Gurudev gives all of these things. So if we think about it deeply, then how can we ever repay? What can we give back to Gurudev and the Vaishnavas for this gift that they're giving us? They're giving us our transcendental life and taking us out from this, what we think, like Didi was saying, what we think is our enjoyment life, what we're happy here, like pigs. So Guru is giving all of these things. So we can never really repay Guru. We can only be grateful to the core of our heart like this. So that's all I wanted to say, and I'm very grateful myself that Srila Parama-Maharaj is travelling and still coming and giving so much of his nectar, but his nectar is also Srila Gurudev's nectar, Srila Maharaj's nectar, Srila Prabhupada's nectar. So thank you, Hare Krishna. Thank you.
I just want to say something very quickly. I just want to say that I never stand up when I speak. So I just want to explain, I'm not being disrespectful, but I don't speak a lot, and if I stand up I might go blank. So that's why I stay sitting down and forget everything I have to say. I don't think you understood, you can explain to me.
This is not speak. Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurumilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Vanchakalpatribhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyeva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. I like to offer my unlimited Dandavat pranams unto the lotus feet of my spiritual master, the Lila of King Prataparudra, Sri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, unto the lotus feet of Sri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Vama Goswami Maharaj, Sri Bhaktivedanta Tirtha Maharaj, Sri Bhaktivedanta Vana Goswami Maharaj, who is present here with us today, and to all the Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis assembled on this very auspicious day, of being able to hear from a pure devotee and to take full advantage of that. Maharaj has been with us just for over a month now, touring England. He's been to Wales also, 7 days there, 7 days in London, 7 days in Birmingham, a few days in Brighton, and then he's back here in London again to take his flight tomorrow. So yes, we will miss him, but he's always with us. He's always said, and he always says, and our scriptures say, that Sri Guru is always with us. He's always present with us. When we think of him, remember him, like Srila Prabhupada said, and I'm with you in my instructions. If you follow them, you will never be bereft of shelter and help. So we follow those instructions, we take guidance in those words, and we shall get strength from them. So remembering that, we'll know that Maharaj will always be with us. And in his separation, like vigraha, it's a special meeting in separation. We'll try and keep that in our hearts and look forward to seeing him actually in present when he comes next, which we hope won't be very long. So Maharaj had a very beautiful tour, a very successful tour. Everyone was very happy to hear him, see him, and receive his mercy. Many people were benefited by seeing him. Today, this morning, Radhika arranged a visit at her school, which is a wonderful opportunity to meet more living entities. So very little living entities, little tiny children from primary age to just entering secondary school to 11 years of age. And it was a very lovely experience to see actually how Srila Prabhupada set up this institution of Gurukul and setting up a school, and how to pass on those values of our Sanatana Dharma, Vedic Dharma, to the next generation. And the school has been going on for 11 years, and it's very inspirational that schools, there are many schools now coming up in the country, and secondary level as well, they're starting, so this is very, very good. Maharaj was very impressed by all the children and all the teachers, their dedication and their love and affection for the children. And it was very nice to see the children were very tuned in and very natural in their questions about life and about the scriptures and the characters in the scripture. I just made a short list of questions that they asked just while everyone else was talking. Please excuse me for that. So one of the questions one of the children asks is, what is Krishna's age? How old is Balaram? And what is the time like in Vaikuntha, in the spiritual world? Why did Karna choose to go on the Kauravas' side instead of the Pandavas? Yeah? Very interesting questions. And then, how do you know that God is always with you? How do you know that God protects you all the time? Because the day started with a presentation of Nrsingadev's appearance day, which was yesterday. Sunday. Which was? Sunday, sorry. The days are going by so quickly and merging into each other. So they did a lovely presentation of Nrsingadev, and they all presented a sentence each from the pastimes of Nrsingadev, and they were very confident and well presented. So they were asking, Prahlad Maharaj was so well protected and had so much faith, and one of the questions was, how do we know that God is always with us? So Maharaj answered that God is everywhere and present, like Vishnu is omnipresent, omnipotent, He's everywhere. So He's in the air that we breathe, He's in the food that we eat, He's in all the elements that are around us, water, and so we can feel God's presence through these elements. And I thought that was a very nice, simple answer for the children to understand. And so Maharaj was very impressed by the Sanskrit class that was going on for 11-year-olds, and they were learning the alphabet, and they sang year 6, which is 6 years old. The children were 6 years old learning Sanskrit. So he was very impressed. He spoke about how important it was to keep the Sanskrit language alive and continuing that tradition, because that is part of our culture. So it was very important to pass that on to the next generation. And they were they sang a song composed by the teacher to, if I can remember rightly, to welcome Maharaj, how to honor a sadhu when you see a sadhu. So first you offer them a seat, or you welcome them, swagatam, and then you offer them a seat, then you offer them a glass of water, and then you offer them some food to eat, and then the shoes. Maharaj remembers that it was very important in the classes that they took their shoes off when they took food, and before COVID they were sitting on the floor to take prasadam. So this was part of the culture of the school, and so I was very impressed by that. We all took our shoes off before we went in and before we got into the class, and so it was very wonderful to see. So they sang this song about how to say goodbye to a saint, a sadhu, and it was a very nice song that they sang and composed. So we carry on this tradition through Maharaj's inspiration. We're all, most of us are adults, I think over 18, but the younger generation, we forget to look after them. And Maharaj used this word when he described the school visit as a miracle. So it was really a miracle to see. It was wonderful to see. So everything is possible if we can dedicate ourselves, our time, our energy, and not. Gurudev always said, "Don't live your life for yourself. Live your life for others." And in that way, you won't have to search for God. God will come to you by service. This is the main thing. Seva. Seva Vasana, we talk about seva, service, selfless service, uninterrupted service, and loving devotional service. So this is very important. So we don't have to be afraid. Maharaj also spoke about many topics during the Torah, about our spiritual form, about the practicalities of performing devotional practice, and reflecting on that. He always says, yes, renunciation is important, but also to join Yukta Vairagya, Vairagya to connect things together to the original source of everything, and that is Krishna. So if you connect everything to Krishna, then whatever you have is already offered to Krishna, and then it's not yours. You've renounced it. So this practical philosophy of living in family life, in the material life. He's emphasizing and encouraging us to be sensible in our devotion, not cross our own limitations, our own abilities, our own adhikar, our own... yes, we stretch ourselves, we aspire to be better, we want to serve better and serve more in a selfless way, but also to be sensible and practical, not to jump and fall, so to speak. So we'd like to thank him again for coming, and thank all the hosts who have arranged the programs and got together in very short notice. We apologize for all of that. And communication-wise, if there's any offenses that we've made, we ask for forgiveness. Our shortcomings as human beings, myself particularly. So I'd like to thank everyone again, and thank Maharaj for taking his time and trouble. And we hope to see him soon.
Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurumritam yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. So first of all, I'd like to pay my humble obeisances to the lotus feet of my spiritual master, Om Vishnu Pad, Ashtotra Shishima Bhakti Vana Goswami Maharaj. I would like to pay my obeisances to all senior devotees present, all Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis, and all respected guests. So today is appearance day, I think. Appearance day of very prominent personalities in our Guru Parampara. And these personalities are beyond our material conception. So the only way we can understand how Vaishnavas operate, or how they come into this material world to take away our anarthas and allow us to advance in bhakti, this is completely beyond our conception. And it's only through the mercy of Vaishnavas that we can clear our offences. We can try to chant the holy name, do bhajana-sadhana ourselves, but we will never be able to completely eradicate or even to progress on the path of bhakti by a significant amount. And in this way, today I was reading this letter by Srila Parama-Gurudeva Maharaj, and in there he was talking about how it's very important that we take the shelter of Vaishnavas, and also the importance to chant our rounds, our fixed rounds. And beyond that, there's certain qualities that, as a disciple or a devotee, that we need to adopt. One is to surrender into the lotus feet of Shri Guru, and the other is to have a mood of service, and the other is to humbly inquire. And in this way, if we are sincere enough, and we can remove these anarthas such as asat-trishna, to have desires for material things in life, hriday darbalyam, to have a weakness in heart, and also I forgot the other two, but slowly by listening to what the Guru and Vaishnava is speaking, through Shravanakya Bhakti, we can progress in this spiritual path. Otherwise, there's no other way We have to make ourselves just like, very simple-hearted. But unfortunately, it's very easy to say, but it's very hard to do. I find that in myself. I want to surrender into the lotus feet of my spiritual master, but unfortunately, I'm a conditioned soul and I have no qualification. Sometimes I think I'm not fit enough for this path. I feel like perhaps it's best to go back to something like Jnana-kanda, Karma-kanda. However, when I think about this, I think I've got no eligibility to even follow any of these paths, because you need great qualification in Vyakarana and chanting mantras, etc. And if I think of when I took initiation from Gurudev, actually I have no qualification at all. He is the one who gave me qualification to come onto this path, and it's because of him I'm able to, if there's any qualities in me, it's because of his mercy. And if you see any shortcomings in myself, this is my own faults. So on this note, I pray to Gurudev and to all Vaishnavas that may you be merciful upon me.
छवि देखी राधा रमन की छवि देखी राधा रमन की छवि देखी राधा रमन की राधा रमन की राधा
सबके पास एक कितना बड़ा गिली की छूनी
I was hoping you wouldn't hear me. Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasali Shri Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Hare. So before I begin, I'd like to offer my humble, most respectful obeisances, my heart like flowers of the dust of the lotus feet of my Gurudeva, Nityala Vishnu Vishnupad, Astata Sata Shishima, Bhaktivedanta Narayana Swami Maharaj. And at the same time, I offer my Koti Koti Dandavat Pranams of the dust of the lotus feet of my Parama-Gurudevas, Nityala Vishnu Vishnupad, Astata Sata Shishima, Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, Prabhupada, and Nityala Vishnu Vishnupad, Astata Sata Shishima, Bhakti Vigraha, Keshava Swami Maharaj, and to all Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis, and all assembled devotees here, headed by Srila Maharaj, of my Dandavat Pranams. So, Maharaj just asked I need to speak a few words. Actually, I thought I got away with it. And he's mercifully kindly asked me to speak. So, we're extremely fortunate to be here in such high-class sadhu-sanga. It's sad. Sadhu-sanga, sadhu-sanga, sarva-sastakoi, lava-matva, sadhu-sanga, sarva-sastakoi. So even just one moment's association of a pure Vaishnava can give all perfection. But someone might say, okay, I've been in the association of pure Vaishnava or pure Vaishnavas for not just one moment, but many moments, many hours, many days, many years. But have I attained that perfection? Maybe not. So what does it take to attain that perfection? Yes, Vaishnavas are extremely merciful. Their hearts are melting. They have so much compassion in their hearts. And they're eager to give. But are we eager to take? So, Srila Rupa Goswami Pad, he said in Shiupadeshamrita, Utsahan Nishtayat Tat Karma. So these three qualities must be there. Utsahan, utkanta, that enthusiasm, that eagerness. Yes, when we're in sadhu-sanga, that eagerness may be there. But Gurudev often said that when that Vaishnava leaves, then will that eagerness continue at that time? Will that level of eagerness continue? Maybe not. So, how will we get this eagerness? Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, in his song,
Radhika, she just sung. Shri Radha Krishna Padakamale Mana. Very, very beautiful song. And in this song, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is expressing so much eagerness, so much longing. He's saying, okay, I may be full of material desires, I may be full of material attachments, but still I want the mercy of your lotus feet. So we may look at ourselves and we may feel like Damodar Prabhu was saying, what qualification have I got? I don't have any qualification. I'm completely dependent on the mercy of the Vaishnavas. And he mentioned also, or others mentioned, that how will that mercy come? By service. Vaishnavas are so merciful that they give us the opportunity to serve. When they're here, when we're in their physical presence, we can maybe serve directly. But even when they're not here physically, will that service stop? No, it doesn't have to stop. It should continue. It should increase. So we can only pray, oh Vaishnava Thakur, you have Krishna in your heart. Oh hey Vaishnava Thakur, Doya Sadara. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's praying in the song, you have Krishna in your heart, so what can I do? I can simply run after you and call out, oh please, please give me Krishna, give me Krishna. So, on a daily basis, we can, even if we don't feel qualified, even if we feel we have absolutely no qualifications, but we can pray, we can desire, we can pray for the desire, we can increase the desire like this, and attract Guru Vaishnava's mercy. Once there was one sadhu, and he was sitting under a tree doing his bhajan. And that time, he saw Narad Rishi. And when he saw Narad Rishi, he was very happy. And he offered his pranams. And he said, oh, Narad, I know you are always wandering here and there. And sometimes you go to Vaikuntha. So, maybe soon you will be going there. So when you go, please, can you ask Narayan one thing for me? I said, yes, surely I can ask. Actually, I'm going there just now. What do you want me to ask? He said, oh, this is so good. Can you ask him that when will I attain perfection? When will I attain him? And Narad said, yes, of course I will ask. No problem. So then Narad, he went there to Vaikuntha and he saw Lord Narayan and he offered his pranams and Narayan said, oh, do you want to ask anything? Narad said, yes. Actually, I have a question. There's one sadhu, you know, he's doing his bhajan under a tree. And he asked me to ask you, he really wants to know, when will he attain perfection? So then Narayan said, yes, I know him. You can tell him that he will attain me after so many lives. The tree that he's sitting under, it has so many leaves. That amount of leaves, it will take him that amount of lives to attain me. Then Narad said, oh, he wasn't expecting such an answer. So then he said, okay, I will tell him. So then Narad was thinking to himself, but how can I tell him this? He's so eager to hear the answer, but when he hears this answer, he'll be so disappointed, he'll be so disheartened, discouraged. I don't know what I'm going to tell him. Anyhow, Narad, he slowly went there, and that sadhu, he was waiting, and he saw Narad at distance, and he was so happy, so excited. And Narad, he was coming slowly, thinking what to say, how to break the news to him. Oh, Narad, oh, you have come. I'm so happy to see you. It is Pranam. Oh, and you went to Vaikuntha. Did you see Narayan? Narad said, yes, I saw Narayan. He said, oh, very good, very good. And did you ask him? Did you ask him when I can attain him? I said, yes, I asked him. And he said, so what did he say? What did he say? He said, well, he said that, you see this tree that you were sitting under, that many leaves are on this tree. It will take that many lifetimes for you to attain the Lord. As soon as that sadhu heard, so much joy, ecstasy came in his heart. He said, oh, Narayan, you are so merciful. Oh, I can't believe, only after a few lives I will attain you. And he was chanting and dancing, oh, Narayan, oh, you're so merciful. And tears were flowing from his eyes, he was trembling, hairs were standing on end. And then, all of a sudden, the whole atmosphere changed. It became very euphoric, and effulgence came, very bright light. And Narayan, right there and then, descended. Very, very beautiful form of Narayan he saw. And he, getting darshan of Narayan, he was even more ecstatic. And Narad was looking, he was saying, but I don't understand what's happening. Narayan, you said, oh my Lord, you said that you would come after so many lifetimes. The amount of lifetimes of leaves that are on this tree, but now you've come just now. How is it? And this man, he was chanting and dancing, and he was so ecstatic. And then Narayan, he said, you see, look, look how eager he is. Before, when he was doing his bhajan, and you asked me, the way he was doing his bhajan at that time, then it would have taken so many lifetimes for him to attain me. But now look, how much utkanta, how much eagerness he has. He has so much eagerness. Even you told him that it will take so many lifetimes, still he was thinking this is the best news ever. That, okay, just after a few lifetimes I will attain my Lord. So you see, that's why I have come directly just now, and I will take him to my abode just now. So, what is this pastime telling us? This pastime is telling us that what does it take for us to attain perfection? Yes, in Sadhu-sanga, by one moment association, we can attain all perfection. But it will take that amount of utkanta, like this sadhu had, that we have to be enthusiastic, not just today, not just in the presence of sadhu, sadhu-sanga is here, but at every moment, even when sadhu is physically departed, like Ananga Prabhu was saying that Guru and Vaishnavas are always here. They're eternal. They're here, present, always. And we only have to remember them. We only have to imbibe their instructions in our heart and follow those instructions. Vaishnavas have come. They're going through so many austerities to come, to travel all over the world. Like Srila Maharaj is traveling constantly, giving so much Harikatha, non-stop, morning, noon, night, like this. But why? Because they want you to develop this utkanta. They want you to have this eagerness that, like Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur in this bhajan, that even I have no qualities, no qualification, but still I want. Gurudev always talked about this greed. Even if we don't have this greed, we can pray, when will this greed come? So, with this, I will end my speech, and I pray that even one drop of greed, this greed that is in the heart of Guru and Vaishnavas, can enter my heart, and all my material desires, all my material attachments will go very, very far away, and I can become completely one-pointed in my sadhana bhajan, and only become absorbed in Shivada and Krishna, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Shri Guru and Vaishnava.
The one you sang of Glory.
Oh, Gai Gora.
Gai Gora Madhusari, Krishna Hare Gai Gora.
Gai Gora. It's not in this book.
Very nice.
Gai Gora Chan Jivertare. 168.
168.
Gai Gora Chan Jivertare. Hare Krishna.
Jai Srila Gurudev ki Jai. Jai Jai Srila. Nice, huh? तबीयत खुश हो गया कि नहीं?
Fresh हो गया.
रवि गौरचंद्राय राधिकायै तदालय कृष्णाय कृष्ण भक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः. नमो महावदन्नाय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतिसे नमः. हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्ते. तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी विश्ववानुसुते देवी ओम वृंदावै तुलसी देवै प्रियायै केशवस्य च कृष्ण भक्ति देवी भक्ता विहीना अपराध लक्ष्यै क्षिप्ताश्च कामादि तरंगमध्ये कृपामयि त्वां शरणं प्रपन्ना वृन्दे नमस्ते चरणारविन्दं. भजामि राधां अरविन्दनेत्रां स्मरामि राधां मधुरस्मिताक्षरं वदामि राधां गतिर्न कापि. श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि श्री गौरभक्तवृंद. हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे offer my humble, respectful obeisances. Lotus feet of my Gurupad Padma, Nitya Lila, Pravishtam Vishnupad, Ashtutara Sadasya Srimad Bhakti Vedanta, Srila Parama-Gurudeva Maharaj, and Nitya Lila, Pravishtam Vishnupad, Ashtutara Srimad Bhakti Vedanta, Srila Parama-Gurudeva Maharaj. Simultaneously offer my humble, respectful dandavat pranam. Lotus feet of Nitya Lila, Pravishtam Vishnupad, Ashtutara Sadasya Bhakti Vedanta, Swami Maharaj, Srila Gauraganda Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rakha Sridhar Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj, and all senior devotees and all Vaishnavis represented, all of my respectful guests. So I am very happy to be with you. Actually, almost 1 month, more than 1 month. Sometimes I'm going Holland, then you are also going Holland. I'm coming Holland to England, also you coming here. I am following through. Also nice beautiful program in France, Paris, and different places. Very good, nice. Sadhu-sanga. Mahat vichalang rinang dina chetasam. Nishchasa bhagavad nanna kalpate kachit. Mahat Bhakti means here, the great devotee of Lord. They want to meet with people. Why? Why they will be traveling? How to get association? Sadhu-sanga. Mahat vichalang rinang dina chetasam. Devotees are very humble. You are householder or you are renounced order. This is not our subject. Subject is that. Jai bhaje, sei bada, abhakta hinchar, Krishna bhajaner nahi, jati, kulati vichar. One who performs bhajan and sadhana, he is higher than others. Either he is householder or renounced. Jai bhaje, sei bada. Understand? Bada means? Great. Big. Big. Big means is higher. So, all very nicely glorified about Sadhu-sanga Mahima, the glories of Sadhu-sanga. Srila Sanatana Goswami Pad in bhagavata-prasada. Only one chapter he glorified about Sadhu-sanga. Sadhu-sanga. Mahato Sangha Prabhava. Mahato Sangha means the influence of the association of sadhu. What kinds of benefit you will get? Sadhu, for this word is Sadhu-sanga, Sadhu-sanga, Sarva Shastri called. Labhamatra Sadhu-sanga, Sarva Siddhi. Labhamatra means very tiny. 1 second divided by 11. That movement, this is sadhu. Then you attain your perfection. Sadhu. Sadhu-sanga means Hari-katha. Sadhu-sanga, Hari-katha. Mahaprasada. Mahaprasada means Hari-katha. Nam mantra also. Gopkumar's guru, Jayanta, he told his Gurudev, he told his disciple, Gopkumar, I will give you one very valuable thing. But what is that? But that is called the prasad of Jagadishwar. Understand? The prasad of Jagadishwar. Jagadishwar means who is the supreme controller of the universe. Jagadishwar prasad. General people, they are thinking prasad means very nice. Chaka-chak. Chaka-chak, understand? Who understood? Very nice, beautiful, tasty, delicious, and fresh. Understand? Who is offered to Thakur. Rice, dal, sabji, rasgulla, paneer, he is saying pakoda. Many kinds. General people, they are thinking, this is called prasad, chaka-chak prasad. Prasad means this mercy. The mercy of Lord, bhagavad-prasada. That bhagavad-prasada means bhagavad-katha. Tava-kathamritam tatra jivanam kavi-viritam kalma-sadham sravanam Sri krsna-kathamritam bhuvinanti te bhurida jana. When King Prataparudra, he recited this verse, then Mahaprabhu completely absorbed. Mahaprabhu, that time, he closed his eyes, sitting leaning against the tree, because that time is Ratha-yatra, and all devotees, midday, all devotees, they were taking rest under the garden. That is called Jagannath Vallabh Vatika. And Mahaprabhu just closed his eyes and his two legs like this. And that time, according to the instruction of Sarup Damodar and others, they told to King Prataparudra, now in the best time, and you should change your royal clothes and you have to put Vaishnava clothes. Then King Prataparudra, he put Vaishnava clothes. And massage the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then King Prataparudra, he also, what is it called? Massage the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And singing this song, Gopi Gita. Understand? Jayati te odikam janmana braja srayata indira shastra atrahi daita dikshatam dikshutavoka traidita sava twam vichinnate. When coming, this sloka is on. Bhagavata-prasada tapta jivanam kaviriritam kalmasapam sravanamangalam srimadatratam bhuvinanti te bhurida jana. Jana, bhurida jana, bhurida jana, bhurida jana. Then Mahaprabhu, he could not control his body. So much ecstatic mood manifesting. Then Mahaprabhu sit in this bhajan saying Bhurida, Bhurida, Bhurida. Bhurida means? Who is the best, generous person, who is the best donor. Bhurida. Who gives best donation, charity donation. Bhurida. Then Mahaprabhu embraced King Prataparudra. Before Lord Chaitanya, Mahaprabhu told, I will not meet with king. Then Anam Chaitanya Mahaprabhu completely absorbed this man. Bhurida, Bhurida, Bhurida. Then Nam Sankirtan. Who is called the best donor? In this material. Many people, they also giving many types of charity, donation, helping the people. This is true. But best donation, one who glorifies the pastimes of Krsna. Tava kathamritam. Srimati Radhika, she says, hey Krishna, your katha pastime is it? Very sweet nectar, amrit. Amrit. Tava kathamritam. Amrit. If you drink nectar, then you will become immortal. Amaru. Hiranyakashipu. He asked Brahmaji, How to become? Immortal. But Brahmaji refused. I cannot give this benediction. Eh? Not possible. So why is it? Because this nectar Amrit, that Amrit is called Sargya Amrit, that the nectar of heaven, heavenly planet. Sargya Amrit. And but if you drink the heavenly planet, that nectar, and you will be not eternally immortal. You have to again come down in this matter. Tetam gupta sagalokam visalam shine punne morta lokam vishnu. Even you go to heaven, Sargaloka, again will come down this. Brahma bhuvana loka punanuvartana. Sorry, Krishna told. If you attain the abode of Brahma, Satyaloka, then again will come back this material. Body will listen to Krsna-kathamritam. Krsna-katha will be Amrit. Just a little bit, one drop. Just to taste. How to taste? The kathamritam? With your tongue. Well, you know. Sravanam putesu. All kinds of liquid we are drinking with our mouth, not nose. Mouth. But Krishna Katha will be Amrit. How will drink? Sravanam taste. Sravanam taste means listen Hari Katha with your ears. For this God, Bhakti Sidhanta Sarasvatipada told, I will give everything to you, just you give me your ears. Calm the understand? You give me your ears. What is that? Sweet Katha Sravan. Hari Katha Sravan. Sinnatang Sakatha Krishna Punna Sravana Kriti. Jabadran Vidunti Suhid Satam Nashta Prayesu Abhadrisu Nittam Bhagavata-prasada. Bhagavata-kathamritam. Very powerful, very good. Satang prasangat mamamiju sangidu bhavanti krsna-prema katha tajjosanat asu apavarga bhatmani shraddharati bhakti ranukramisati. Lord Kapildev told his mother Devavati, oh my mother, always associated high class, exalted, Brajarashik, Sadhu Guruvishik. Means listen Hari Katha. Hari Katha, very important. So I told just two kinds of Mahaprasada. One is Mahaprasada which offered to Thakurji. Thakurji took, that is called Bhagavat remnants, the remnants of Lord. That Mahaprasada is very powerful. Or another Hari Katha, Hari Katha, Naam Mantra, Hari Katha. So for this regard, Gopkumar's Guru, what is his name? Jayant. Told him to him, Gopkumar, I will give you one very valuable Mahaprasad. What is the Mahaprasad? This is called mantra, Naam mantra. Harinam mantra. Naam mantra is very powerful. This is called Jagadishwar Prasad. Jayanta he told. This is called Jagadishwar Prasad. This is the mercy of Jagadish. Because Nam mantra, Kabu nahi hoye. There are no difference between Nam mantra and vigraha. Everything is transcendent. Jo mantra, so guru. Jo guru, so mantra. You are chanting this mantra. You are chanting which mantra? That's Guru mantra. Ladies first chanting which mantra? Guru mantra. This Guru mantra means it. Gurudev himself. Jo guru, so mantra. Jo mantra, so guru. When Guru gives this mantra to his disciples, and automatically he receives Krishna. But in the beginning, he can't realize. You're thinking, oh, this is only maybe, what is called Japamala. What is Japamala? Neem mala or Tulsi mala or jewel. Actually, no. Nam Harinam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Mahaprabhu himself. Kiva mantra dilago sai, kiva tar bol, jopite mantra korilo pagal. Asai nachai mori korai krandan. Eto boli nivedilam guru ro charani. Mahaprabhu very humble. When I chant this Nam mantra, then I become mad. Real mad, not the artificial mad. Understand? Who will become mad? Pagal bolche sabe, bacche pagal kai khana. Not so easy to become mad. When will become mad? When Krsna-prema will manifest in your heart. Evam brata sapranam pritva jatanu rago vitujitto uchai hasati yatho rodoti rodi gayanu madhavat nityati lokavachi. This is the symptom of Krsna-prema. Prema manifestation. Prema manifests one's heart. This is the symptom. Not so easy. But how the prema will manifest in our heart? What is the process? Siddha-pranali. Few days I also talked about siddha-pranali. What is the perfect process? Attain our perfection. Mahaprabhu very simple way advised to us. How to attain your perfection? Hare Tinadapi Srinchena Taroriva Sarishuna Umanina Manodena Kirtaniya Salahari. Kirtaniya Salahari. Kirtaniya means always chant Krishna Nam. How will chant Krishna Nam? Trinadapi Sunichena Taroriva Sarishuna Amanino Manadena Kirtaniya Salahari. Today we going to the art school. Very nice. Beautiful school. Very nice. How they also giving these types of sanskar, impressions in the heart of the small children. This is neat also. Very actual. What the English term is? Charity begins at home. Charity begins at home. Charity begins at home. Prahlad Maharaj said same thing. Komarang Aturet whichever person, intelligent person. He have to practice devotional service to Lord in his early age. This is very important. So today I went there, I noticed. Just I am looking, watching how the children, the good behavior. That is called, actually in the ancient time, Rishi Munis, they also opened these types of ashram, school, college. That's called Gurukul, perfect Gurukul. They are giving them. And giving this small, how this, it's surprised. Good enough. And especially Radhika. So much love and affection, all the children. I noticed how she also speaking with them.
By name, individual name.
Individual name. How do you know this? 400 children. Now 450 after. 450. All they come one way. She goes to every class. And they go this. But how do you do this name? And very love and affection. I noticed so much. What is what? Batsal. I don't know their parents, these types of giving, these types of love and affection. This types. Good, very nice. And how they also praying. And I noticed on the different also, they are coming, different family, society, you know, these things. And all they are very humble and one small also baby,
Small girl.
she caught my finger. She holds my finger.
Very tiny.
A spontaneous love and affection. Why I am saying this? Because in this way, Bahunam Janma Namante Jnano Vana Man Prapatta Vasudeva Sarvati Samatma Sudur. So in this way, many lives, we are wandering in the cycle of repeated birth and death. And anyhow, Lord, He creates these types of sanskar, impression. Understand? Sadhu gives you what? Impressions. Gurudev, many years ago, Gurudev told one very small story. Once one sadhu came in one's house. He has two brothers. And one brother is completely atheist. And he did not like sadhu. And another brother has so much love and affection with sadhu. So sadhu came. And then he also served sadhu. Then sadhu asked, how many brothers have you? He said, myself and my brother. But where is your brother? Maharaj, don't ask about him. I mean, he does not like sadhu. So just he close his door and maybe he watching TV. Then sadhu's heart melted. Sadhu thinking, I have come his house, but his brother, how is unfortunate, Durval. Not paying any reverence, respect, nothing. So sadhu, by force, entered in his room. Then he become very angry. Hey, why you come? Why have you come in my room? You disturb my watching my TV. Just accidentally, he also caught the finger of sadhu. And understand it? Okay. Sadhu did not say anything. Left the house. When predicted time come, that boy, he left his work. Then he came in the place of Yamaraja. Then Yamaraj's clerk, what is his name? Chitragupta. Chitragupta, understand? Chitragupta. Chitra means taking the your picture. Gupta means hidden away. What is called? CCTV. You are under the CCTV. For this regard, his name is called, what is his name? Chitragupta. Understand? He is taking all our picture actually. And one day I told this Katha, they may be, how possible? You take this picture.
For everybody.
For everybody. Your brain is
Small.
small. Okay, so Chitra, but Jam Maharaj asked, tell me what is his pious activity and sinful. So he has no pious activities. And he's completely what? Atheist. And committed many kinds of sins. He had to go unlimited time hell. Anantakal ke liye narak mein. Then Jam Maharaj heart melted. Jam Maharaj. Look, any pious activity? No. Oh, accidentally he caught the finger of the sadhu. This is also something. Then with the slope, the Gatra Tadanga Gatra Sparshanam. That the very nice purpose. You know this slope. Tadanga Gatra Sparshanam. Anyhow, if you touch the body of sadhu, then you will get also benefit. Then, what is the sloka? Tadanga Gatra Sangamam. So, this is also some little bit, some pious activities, punna. Then he told, okay, send him only 1 minute for heaven. This is the pious activity because he got the finger of sadhu. Then he went in the heaven Sargaloka. Just how many? 1 minute. Then he saw one very nice, beautiful temple. Then Harikatha is going on there, but nobody there. In heavenly planet, who will listen Harikatha? Lot of wealth, money, wife, no time. Heavenly planet means that is called the enjoying the sense gratification. So he seated 1 second, 5 seconds, 10, 1 hour. Then one sloka is coming, Srimad Bhagavatam. Just 1 second you associate sadhu, sadhu-sanga. They will attain you, Lord. Cannot compare with karma, gyan, yoga, tapasya, even the all kinds of mukti. You cannot compare even the liberation. Just 1 second associate sadhu. Then when he came back from the heaven, then Jam Maharaj asked, why you were so late? Well, I was sitting there and listening to Harikatha, Bhagavat Katha. Well, what Katha you listen? But this Katha Bhagavat. The 1 second, one who associates with sadhu, what kinds of benefit will go? Eh? Then Yamaraja, okay, you go Vaikuntha. He attend to Vaikuntha. Bhagavat Sangha Sanginanam. Mahat Sangha Bhagavat Sangha. How is it called? So I am saying because Sanatana Goswami Pad, then one chapter, so many slokas he also quoted. Different Puranas. The glories of Sadhu-sanga. Sadhu-sanga, Sadhu-sanga, Sarva Shastri Koi, Lava Matra, Sadhu-sanga, Sadhu-sanga. So Nam mantra is very powerful. And one day I told, and one Gurudev disciple, and he had heart attack. Then put in hospital. Then doctor checked his heart, told, it's gone. Then everybody crying outside. Even doctor gave him death certificate. Then after 15 minutes, he wake up. Then everybody surprised, what happened? That time he told, actually Jamadutas, they took me Jamaluka. Then Maharaj, he told, hey, why did you bring here? He is the disciple of Narayan Goswami Maharaj. Great sadhu. He will not in our jurisdiction. There are many absolutely real true. Answer this. This is not just the story. What kind? Gurudev liked him. That time Gurudev was there. Actually, this is the father of Raglika Didi. So this is the many examples there. Very powerful. Naam mantra. If you receive Naam mantra, even you will not go the jurisdiction of Yamaraja. Because Naam mantra is very powerful. Some people think, oh, I took this thing, what is called? Accidentally. So I return back. But a Ramban will never return back. So. You understand?
The arrow of Lord Ram will never.
This is going.
Never go in vain.
Understand? This. Naam mantra is very powerful. If you receive Naam Diksha from Guru, bonafide, you cannot say, oh, okay, I accidentally took, so I am giving it back. It's impossible. You cannot do it. Mahaprabhu. Understand this? So for this, Kiva mantra dila gosai, Kiva tarbo, Japite mantra karila pagal. Now mantra is very powerful, you chanting holy names. Do bhajana-sadhana. Then one day you realize this. In the beginning maybe you not understand. Just you thinking, oh, what is this? Just I told, this is Japamala. You are looking. But some person was saying, oh, Gurudev gave you name base. This is not Harina. This is what? What is this? Naam mantra is very powerful. Chanting holy name, then realization will come. And I told there are no difference in Naam mantra, vigraha. Naam mantra vigraha tine kohu nahi ve. There are no difference between Nam, Mantra and Vigraha. Vigraha means devotees. Such subject, direct love. See? Just take time. Time is very powerful. Eh? When your time will come, then you will realize it will come. Everything depends on time. Or another thing, what is it? Patience. Then? Dhairya, patience. Dhairya. Then? Samay bada balavan. Time is very powerful. This, we do bhajan. Always, further Rupa Goswami Pada, Utsahat, Nishchat, Dharjat, Tat Tat Karma, Pravartana, Shangat, Tyaga, Satur, Vritti, Sarvi Bhakti, Sarvi Bhakti, Prasid. Utsahat, Nishchat, Dharjat. Utsaha means, enthusiasm. Krishna will give me, then pray, Krishna-prema. One day I will attend to Krishna-prema. With always, so for this Rupa Goswami Pada wrote this part is very important. Utsaha, Nishchat. Nishchat, certainly I have to attain my perfection goal. This type. Even time will come, if it is a little bit late, don't worry. Jadi deivat phalam nasti chaya kena nivarjate. If you planted the seed, the tree will come. If you see that fruits are not coming, but seed will, or the tree will give the seed or no? Tree will give everything to us. So, jadi deivat phalam nasti chaya kena nivarjate. Chaya understands? Sadhu. When you are very tired, need is what? Understand? And you take a rest, then the fruit automatically will ripen and bring down your mouth. Just to open your mouth, then fruits will come. This thing. The bhajan is always faith. This. Read. For why I am saying this, because Sanatana Goswami Pada, bhagavata-prasada. Then, about the Sadhu-sanga, the glories of Sadhu. Sadhu-sanga. Then, Kanardavi satsanga sevodi nirnam. Very tiny time. That's it, sadhu. Then, so sadhu-sanga hari. Then, this is very important. And harikatha, different kinds of harikatha, according to your level, you may understand. So the siddha-pranali is going. Then, Tinadapi suni chena daroriva shrishna amanina mana dena kirtanya saha. And Rupa Goswami Pada also explains what is that? And adu shraddha tato sadhu-sanga bhajana-kriya anartha nivritti nishtha ruchi asakti bhav and prema. This is the second step. But everything is here, sadhu-sanga. Adu shraddha. First beginning means shraddha, faith. Shraddha sabde vishwas kahe sudhira nischay Krishna bhakti kaile sarva karma. This is the firm faith. If I practice devotional service to Lord, then I will attain my perfection. sadhu, his Shraddha, Sadhu-sanga, bhajana-kriya, anartha-vriti, nishtha, ruchi, asas, bhav and prayer. Then, this is called perfect
Progression.
Progression. It is called pranali. And then our Bhakti-Vinod Thakur, 7th Goswami, very nicely and elaborately explained more and more, and especially sadhu, then slowly realize your own and sarup and siddha-pranali. How do you know siddha-deva? And the 11th mood and 5 stages. And Ekadash Bhav and Panchadasha. And this is the stages. When you more and more advance, then you realize it. 11 mood. You have everything actually. Nitya Siddha Krsna-prema Sadhu Kabunaya. Sravanadi Suddha Chitte Karhodaya. Sravanadi Suddha Chitte. First clean your heart. There are so many anarthas, unwanted things in the heart of conditioned soul. What is it? But how to clean this? Sadhana bhakti. Kriti sabda, vavid sabda, sadhana vida, nitya siddhasya bhavasya, prakattam hridi sadha. Sadhana bhakti. Then bhav bhakti, suddha satta, visayatma, prema, sujjan sambhavako, ruchi vichitta smarsana, kridasu, bhavo, uchchate. There is a process of study. Then prema bhakti will come. Hladini and Sambit and Hladini will manifest on the platform of Sandhini. Then Hladini will come. Hladini means Anand, bliss. Srimati Radhika. Herself giving blessing. And just one sprinkle mood. This is our process, how to receive the wonder, spiritual mood of Srimati Radhika. That's called Radha-darshan. For the Raghunath Das Goswami, in Bilap Kusumanjali, day and night crying. Padabjus tava vina varadasvameva nanna kadapi samay kila devi jachi sakkhay tumamanostu namastu nittam Dasayate mamo rasastu sattam. Raghunath Padabjus tababina varadashram. Srimati Radhika, she asked Raghunath, I am very pleased with your bhajana-sadhana, hard austerities. You perform hard austerities on my Radha, bank of Radha Pune. I am very pleased. Raghunath Das Goswami in the verse explained. His Srimati Radhika will praise. My bhajan son, give bliss. Give me benediction. What do you want? So Raghunath is saying, Padabjus tavina varadashram nannat kadapi samay kila devi jaji. Srimati Radhika, she told, I will give you the position of my Prana-krishna Sakhi is Lalita Visakhi. This position I will. Raghunath Das Goswami very humble. I don't want this. Padabjustavina paradassameva nannat kadapi sme kila devi jachi. Sakkhay to nostu. So what do you want? I want how to become your medicine. Allah dasi kari lalita sundari amare loya pabe Shri Radhika pade kale milaibe agya seva samarpibe आज्ञा सेवा समर्पिए आज्ञा सेवा समर्पिए हमारे लोहिया कवि सिरूपा मंजरी संगे लोहिया कवि रसमेश्वर शिक्षा करे तदांग भये राधकुंड तटे रहिब हर्षितांतरे रहिब हर्षितांतरे रहिब हर्षितांतरे कृष्ण रसा Bhaktivinoda Thakur Kirtan has very powerful Kirtan. This is our process, how to step by step. Dekite dekite bhuli baba kabe nija stula porichaya nayane heiva brajapura shova nita chidanandamaya Nita Chidanandama Nita Chidanandama Nijastula Parichaya Nijastula Parichaya. When I will forget my physical body, stool sorry. Understand? All we are now giving our physical identity. What is your name? This Sthul Parichay. That is called bodily conception. It is the root cause of all kinds of I am a man, I am a woman, I am Indian, I am what is it called? All this you are. Actually God, this is called bodily conception. Who are you? Jiver Sarup hoy Krishna Nitya Das Krishna Shakti Ved and Abhi. Different and no different. This is called Advaigan Tattva. Advaigan Tattva. Not the is one. But difference and no. This is it. So this is how we slowly we realize these things. When we forget completely, we forget our body conception. The Atma. Then slowly realize our own spiritual. This is very important. Bhajana-sadhana means this. Or sadhu-sanga means this way. How to realize satsanga. Satsanga means this. Sadhu-sanga. How to realize our translator concept from siddha-pranali. But this is also process. Step by step, bhajana-sadhana. And remove all unwanted things. So Vidhi Marga Ratha-jani Sadhinata Ratnadani Rag Marge Karana Pravesh. Bhaktivinoda Thakur explained this. Siddha-dya nalubiya Adhikar nalubiya Siddha-dya bhavi Viparjaya buddhita Saktira abhavi. Bhaktivinoda Thakur explained this. Not doing bhajana and sadhana thinking I am this manjari, this manjari. That is useless. Have to acquire the adhikar. Adhikar means qualifications. Learning chanting the holy names, servicing Guru and Vaishnava, then automatically self-realization. Atma-anubhuti. Self-realization is called the best realization. Atma-anubhuti. Guru bhajan sadhana this is and sadhu-sanga. So much greed will come. Krishna bhakti rasabhavita mati kriyatang yadi kutopi labhat. Tatrabi lobla mullang janma kadi Krishna bhakti rasabhavita mati. Gurudev many times he also repeated this verse. Krishna bhakti rasabhavita mati kriyatang yadi kutopi labhat. Tatrabi lobla mullang janma kadi sukhina labhat. If you see one's heart full of Braja Ras, Braja Krishna, what will do? Just pay your greed. Greed. This is your word. Mulla. Mulla means price. Lula mulla. Millions birds, collect Sukriti cannot achieve. But just your greed will come. This thing. So again, Bhakti, you heard his name? Srila Raghunath Das Goswami Pad explained. Anaratta Radha Padam Mujarenu Anasrita Vinda Atavi Tat Padanka Asambhasa Tadbhav Gambhira Chittan Kutashyam Sindhu Rasasavoga. If you want to submerge, then the highest perfection of your goal. Radha Darsham, just to follow the three principles. Completely, absolutely surrender lotus feet of Srimati Radhika. That is the Radhikanist, Radhanist. Radha Meri Samini, Mai Radhin Ko Das. Janam janam diyo Vrindavan ko vas. Radha meri samne. Srimati Radhika says my one pointed with Srimati Radhika. Radha Dash. Vikantikinist. One pointed with Srimati Radhika. Anaradhar padam mujarenu. Anasrita Vrinda Atapi. You have to stay in Vrindavan. I will stay. Vrindavan. But Vrindavan where? Where will stay Vrindavan? Radha Bhumi Vrindavan. Where Srimati Radhika? She control that place. Even Chandravani cannot go that place. She cannot go. That way. Only Srimati Radhika and her Sakhis. So Radha Patta Vrindavanam. Radha Adipatta, Radha Patta. Only Srimati Radhika. That place. So which place in Vrindavan will not go? The place of Chandravan. Vrindavan, we have to stay in Vrindavan. But if not possible physically stay in Vrindavan, so what will do? In your mind, always stay in Vrindavan. Always remember Vrindavan Kathamritam. Vrindavanam Mahimamritam. The glories of Vrindavan. Only Vrindavan Katha. Arthat Vasambhasa Tadbhava Gambhira Chittan. Always associated with high class exalted recitation. And listen this katha. Understand? After this day, no praying will come. Otherwise, how fast? Very nice speech. Yesterday was wrote article. Madhavendra Puripad appearance day. Madhavendra Puripad is called our Premanku. In our Gaudism, the Premanku is out of Premanku. But which Prem? Highest Prem. Braj Prem. Yesterday I told, there's many kathas in there. Madhavendra Puripad. It said, Vedino, Deadra Nato, Mathura Nato, Kada, Avalukas. And Mathur Bhav. Mathura Biro. How Srimati Radhika, she felt kind of separation from Krishna. Biro. And when Krishna left Vrindavan to Mathura, then Srimati Radhika was crying. This mood. Then our same mood manifested in the heart of Madhavendra Puripad, then going to in the heart of Ishwar Puripad, then coming to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave this prem to in the heart of Rupa Goswami Pad, Raghunath Das Goswami Pad, Jiva Goswami Pad, then Narottam Samananda Srinivas Acharya, Prabhupada. Then coming into our Guru Param. Everything is there. The prem. So, very nice, beautiful. Utkanthamai prem. And yesterday I told 3 kinds of prem. Utkanthamai prem and Visrambha prem, another Vivek Sunna. Utkanthamai prem. This is only in the heart of Braj Gopis, Aramang Srimati Radhika. And only how to direct meet with Krishna. For this God's love, Madhavendra Puripad, he recited this verse. Then sometimes left wings mood and sometimes right wings mood. Then this, sometimes this way. Then our Guru Vargas gave everything to us. Just as with your Hari Katha, as with Sadhu-sanga, listen Hari Katha, then it will be manifested. Good Preman. Guru Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. Jai Jai Shri Radhe.
Maharaj ki Jai.
Guru Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. Guru Govinda Vallabhari Gopala Govinda Vallabhari Gopala Govinda Giri Jaya
Hari जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग गंधर विकसितधारी श्री श्री राधा-यत्र हरि जी की जय। विष्णु पार्वती विग्रह आचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्रीष्मा भक्ति वेदांत श्री नारायण गोस्वामी महाराज श्री गुरुदेव की जय। जय राधा विष्णु पार अष्टोत्तर शत श्रीष्मा भक्ति वेदांत त्रिविक्रम गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। जय राधा विष्णु पार अष्टोत्तर शत श्रीष्मा भक्ति वेदांत वामन गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। विष्णु पार अष्टोत्तर शत श्रीमान भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी महाराज की जय। आचार्य जी की श्री परम गुरुदेव विष्णु पार अष्टोत्तर शत श्रीमान भक्ति प्रज्ञान केशव गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। जगत गुरु विष्णु पार अष्टोत्तर शत श्रीमान भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। महाभाग श्री गौर किशोर दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। सप्तम गोस्वामी सचिदानंद श्री भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय। वैष्णव सार्वभौम श्री जगन्नाथ दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। श्री रूपानुग गौरी गुरु वर्ग की जय। पतित पावन नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय। सचिनंदन गौर हरि की जय। जय श्री राधा विनोद बिहारी जी की जय। श्री गिरिराज महाराज की जय। भक्ति विघ्न विनाशनकारी श्री नरसिंह भगवान की जय। श्री प्रहलाद महाराज की जय। जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा सुदर्शन चक्र जी की जय। पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथ पुरी धाम की जय। कलियुग पावन त्रिभुवन मंगलकारी गोलोकेर प्रेम धन हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय। जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस विराजिकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत शिष्यमान भक्ति वेदांत बन महाराज की जय। आनंद कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। भक्त वृंद की जय। निताय गौर श्री गंगा माता गौरिया मठ की
भक्ति योग सेंटर की
जय। ओम वृंदावै प्रसीदे प्रियारे कृष्ण भक्ति प्रदे सत्तवत्रे नमो नमः। वंशा कल्पतरुर्भस्य कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो जय जय श्री राधेश।